Hello! In this video we will simplify radicals involving variables. So let's start with the square root of x to the 8th power. Because this is a square root, what we need to find is something that we will square and we will get x to the 8th power. This has to be x to the 4th power because when we raise x to the 4th power to the 2nd power, these exponents need to be multiplied. And 4 times 2 is 8. So then the result is x to the 4th power. Now a faster way of getting the new exponent is dividing the exponent 8 by the index 2. So as we know, in a square root, the index is the invisible 2. And 8 divided by 2 is 4. Now, what about the square root of x to the 5th power? If we divide 5 by 2, we will not get a whole number, and when we simplify, we want the exponents to be whole numbers. So then, what we have to do is to write x to the 5th power as a product in which one of the exponents will be divisible by 2. We will write x to the 5th power as a product of x to the 4th power times x. And now the exponent 4 is divisible by 2. Now, before we continue, one question is, could we write x to the 5th power as x to the 2nd power times x cubed instead of x to the 4th power times x? And the answer is no. We always need the largest exponent that is less than 5 and divisible by 2, and that will be 4. And now to continue simplifying this expression, we need to use the product rule. And this is the nth root of a times b equals the nth root of a times the nth root of b. According to this rule, we can write this radical as the square root of x to the 4th power times the square root of x. Then the square root of x to the 4th power is x squared because 4 divided by 2 is 2. So we will write x to the 2nd power and we will keep the other x inside the radical symbol. Now, once we get more practice and we understand that we are applying the product rule, we can skip this step. And we can just say that the square root of x to the 4th power is x squared, and the other x remains inside the square root. Next, we will simplify the 4th root of x to the 12th power times y to the 5th power. Just like in the previous examples, we want the exponents to divide by the index. 12 divides by 4, but 5 doesn't. So then, in this radical, we will keep x to the 12th power as it is, but we will split y to the 5th power into a product of y to the 4th power times y. And now we have two exponents that are divisible by 4, so we will be able to take the 4th root of x to the 12th and y to the 4th, but this y will remain inside. So then, the 4th root of x to the 12th power is x cubed, because 12 divided by 4 is 3. The 4th root of y to the 4th power is y, because 4 divided by 4 is exponent 1. And the last y will stay inside the 4th root. Next, we have the cube root of 16 times x to the 11th power. So here we have a product of a number and a variable. Let's start with 16. If we look at the list of perfect cubes, 16 is not here. So 16 is not a perfect cube, but we see number 8 that is a factor of 16 and it is a perfect cube. So then, in this radical, we will split 16 into a product of 8 and 2. And now, if we look at x, 11 is not divisible by 3. But what is the largest number that is less than 11 and divisible by 3. That will be 9. So then, we will write x to the 11th power as a product of x to the 9th power times x squared. And now in this expression, we will be able to take the cube root of 8, and that will be 2. Then the cube root of x to the 9th power will be x to the 3rd power, because 9 divided by 3 is 3. And then this 2 and this x squared will remain inside the radical. So again, the cube root of 8 is 2. The cube root of x to the 9th power is x cubed. And then inside the cube root, we will have 2x squared. The next expression is the fourth root of a b to the 7th power c to the 4th. In this expression, a has exponent 1 and it will always stay inside. 7 does not divide by 4, therefore we will write b to the 7th power as b to the 4th power times b cubed. Then we will keep c to the 4th power as it is. And now these two have exponents that divide by 4, but a and b cubed will stay inside. So then, the fourth root of b to the 4th power is b, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. So we will write b. The same with c. The fourth root of c to the 4th power is c. Then what remains inside the fourth root is a b cubed. And now the last expression is the square root of 8x times the square root of 6x to the 5th power. If we look at these two numbers, none of them are perfect squares. So it would be easier if we apply the product rule in reverse and rewrite this product as a single radical. So we will write the square root of 8x times 6x to the 5th power. Then 8 times 6 is 48, and x times x to the 5th power is x to the 6th power. Now 48 is not a perfect square, but the largest perfect square that is a factor of 48 is 16, so we will write 48 as a product of 16 and 3. Then we will bring down x to the 6th power. So we did not split x to the 6th power into a product because the exponent 6 is divisible by 2. And now square root of 16 is 4. Square root of x to the 6th power is x cubed, because 6 divided by 2 is 3, and 3 stays inside the square root. Thank you for watching.